Have you ever heard of the Backrooms? This creepy concept is a creepypasta that has recently been given a new life on the internet. From a seemingly endless maze of rooms, full of the hum and dull light of fluorescent lighting, all the way to the occasional encounter with a terrifying entity. We've got some creepy videos to look at today as we discuss the top 10 scary Backrooms footage that will terrify you. Before we dive into this list, you guys, I just want to let you know that we have a brand new channel that just launched called Most Amazing Top 10 Anime. If you're an anime fan, make sure you head over there and check it out and subscribe. Starting off in our number 10 spot, we have exit signs. This Backrooms footage has a date and time stamp of June 14th, 2007 at 9:23 p.m. and the video shows someone strolling through the hallways with only the sound of their footsteps to be heard. They come to a wall and they have the option of either turning left or right, and they choose to go right. You can see on the wall as they walk down the hall there are signs with an arrow that suggests an exit is that way, but if you know the Backrooms, you know to never trust an exit sign. They continue to follow down this path until they meet another fork in the road, but it appears as if at the end of each hallway there's a door. Could this really be the exit? As they approach the door, a sort of buzzing sound grows louder and louder, but when they reach the door, the tape cuts out. In our number 9 spot today, we have The Encounter. This video was posted on YouTube by Sobog, and it is short, but it really shows what the energy in the Backrooms is like. It shows a first-person view as they're in the back room with the ever-present hum of the lights, but something is off about this room. I mean, more than usual. And when they look up, they see that there's a panel in the ceiling that's off or crooked. As they turn around, they come to find out that this is only the beginning of their worries. Before long, it looks like the entire ceiling is coming down and the tape cuts out. This is presumably only one of the many horrifying things to occur in the Backrooms. Someone in the comments also noted how the camera doesn't pan down in the last second like it dropped. Instead, it goes up, almost like something yanked him up into that hole in the ceiling. In our number 8 spot today, we have Audio Missing MP4. This footage doesn't have any eerie, buzzy sound. In fact, it has no sound at all, but it's aimed at showing the transition from our real, tangible world into the world of the Backrooms. This person starts out in what looks like a grassy field, but at one point as they go to touch the grass, they sort of fall through and are now stuck in the fluorescent mono-yellow world. They start walking through the maze of rooms, but at some point there's a cut in the video and they aren't moving anymore. After a few seconds, it becomes apparent why. A tall creature walks into frame slowly. It likely already heard this person searching around, or maybe it even heard their fall into the Backrooms. Either way, just a couple seconds after this creature walks into frame, the camera shuts off. It's anyone's best guess as to what happened next. In our number 7 spot today, we have Backrooms After Hours. This is a video that might just show what would happen if you were to no-clip out of reality at night. This backroom footage is dark, which is quite a contrast to the mono-yellow tone we're used to seeing in the Backrooms. There is one light, however, and it's a sort of flashlight that whoever is recording is using to look around these dark rooms. The field of view is limited, which only adds an even eerier nature to this already creepy place. While watching this video, it definitely is a creepy experience. The good news is that there is no jump scare waiting to happen. Instead, in this video, the horror comes from just waiting and almost expecting one to come, but it doesn't. At least not in what we get to see. In our number 6 spot today, we have dancing. Considering the fact that the Backrooms are said to be approximately 600 million square miles, it is highly unlikely that you'll run into another person or creature, but when you do, you know it can't be good. This video starts off with the person recording creeping out from behind a wall. They see some kind of a thing in the Backrooms dancing. It's human-like, but definitely moves a bit strangely. They tuck behind the wall again before going out to capture the dancing creature once again, and that's where things take a bit of a turn. I can't do it justice by explaining it, you just have to see it for yourself. Listen, I know this is like the Rickroll of Backrooms footage, but I'd be lying if I said that this one didn't actually get me. I should have been expecting it, but I wasn't. That's what I get for diving into Backrooms content. In our number 5 spot today, we have the unprecedented events. This video starts off with a bit of background. It reads that the following footage was taken from a surveillance system on a blank date in the KV-31 Research Center Bay before an unprecedented event occurred. Any footage that came after after was either never recorded or was lost as other systems were nowhere to be found. Afterwards, it shows a room, but the video is clearly distorted, and then we get a small but terrifying glimpse into this unprecedented event. The audio and video gets really distorted before it cuts back to the blue screen with text. This time it reads, "As shown by this next piece of footage, parts of the research bay were later found spontaneously in completely disproportionate shapes and sizes at completely random locations. The reasoning for this entire occurrence is still unknown." After this, it cuts to a clip showing exactly that. Regular office items, but this time they're in the back rooms and they are strange. An office chair with weirdly long octopus legs, tables stacked on one another all the way to the ceiling. It's just very bizarre and very wrong. Let's just all hope that no such events ever take place, because that would be terrifying. In our number 4 spot today, we have the found footage. This backrooms footage is definitely some of the creepiest that I was able to find. It starts off as anyone would expect: the hum, the bland lighting, the seemingly infinite rooms, but this one goes on to become a little different. As this person walks through the hallways, not only can we hear a creepy sort of distorted breathing sound, but they come to find out that they might not be as alone as you'd like to be when it comes to the backrooms. They eventually come across a room that is full of strange looking mannequins. Some are missing limbs, some are on the ground, some are just in strange poses, one even has a hand sticking out of its neck where the head should be. As the person continues to walk into the next room, here they are greeted with a gigantic, worn down mannequin head. They stand there taping it in the room for a while, but right before the video cuts out, we hear whoever is taking the video gasp. Who knows what ended up happening to them? In our number 3 spot today, we have Where Am I? This video is done in the style of a phone screen recording as someone opens their camera to show where they are. Firstly, when they start screen recording, it then goes to their lock screen, which has quite a creepy and strange photo for it. Not really sure what's going on with that, but quickly they open the camera. Once the camera is open, they start showing us their surroundings, and it quickly becomes clear exactly where they are, and it's where no one wants to be. This video does a great job at showing sort of what it would be like should you find yourself in the back rooms with no prior knowledge of what they were. At first it may seem like a harmless place, but reality will soon set in. In our number 2 spot today, we have the pipe dreams. This found footage style video shows someone as they explore the back rooms. They're looking at pipes, there's a fire extinguisher, everything to convince you that you were in a much better place than you are, but before long, a very strange voice can be heard. When the camera turns around, we see some kind of an entity at the end of a long hallway, and it appears as if it's getting closer. Of course, the person behind the camera begins a slight panic. The camera turns away, but when it focuses back on the hallway, the entity is gone. The person filming begins to walk down the hallway because there really isn't anywhere else to go, and at this point, I was on the edge of my seat. They continue walking through this hallway that seems like it's never ending, and before long, the same creepy sound comes back. They start to run through this never-ending hallway, and when they turn around, the entity is back and only gaining on them. When they get to the end of the hallway, there's a door, but of course, this is the back rooms. That door is not gonna open, and now there is nowhere to turn. They turn around again, and the video ends with the entity continuing toward them. In our number 1 spot today, we have found footage number 2. Alright, there's no way that this would be a backrooms video without some content from Kane Pixels themselves, the person who is credited with bringing this creepypasta situation really back to life with their terrifying footage. This video of theirs I want to talk about today is called Found Footage Number 2. The video starts out with someone in their garage and there's a square taped to the floor. They show us that anything they place in this square disappears. They are shocked and they show us a few examples, but before long they find themselves falling into the square. They have now found themselves in the back rooms, but they obviously have no idea where they are. They begin exploring through the maze of rooms and they come across a series of weird things like disproportionate furniture and the like. Eventually they come across a car that looks as though it has crashed into a wall, and after this they see a handprint on the wall that looked like it could have been made in blood. They continue through the rooms and they only go on to get weirder until, of course, they come across a creature. From here, the chase is on, but if you know the Backrooms, that is a losing battle. Alright guys, that has been our list for today. Thanks so much for checking it out. I've been your host today, Olivia Kozlovsky, and I'll see you again soon. Goodbye!